If you asked me before this movie, I probably would have told you the Prowler was an arch nemesis of Chris Hansen, not Spider-Man. But after this movie, oh, that's a good villain. One of the most memorable parts about Into the Spider-Verse, the Prowler is maybe the character most discussed in the film outside of Miles himself. What makes him so good though? I've reviewed over 185 villains and given them a score 1 out of 10. What's Prowler gonna get? Let's find out.
Kill that guy.
I'll be honest in saying Prowler's motive isn't really anything super complex, nor does it have to be, seeing as he's not the final villain of this film. Maybe he's in it for the money, maybe it's something else, we never really find out. You might think this makes him one note, but while his motive isn't too dynamic, his personality is. There's not much for him in the story outside of his relationship with Miles, and it's that connection that makes him meaningful and important in the story. Besides, he's not even the main villain in the film, and you could argue he's hardly an antagonist since he never really knowingly goes up against our main character. The best thing we get about his past is his relationship with his brother Jefferson and how the two were once really close. They were tight, they were best friends, until one became a cop and one became a deadly mercenary assassin. Two things that normally don't mix too well together. Both of these figures are the two main people in this film Miles has a connection with, some good, some bad. I'm not dissing Rio, she is way more important in the second film than both of these guys, but for this movie, it's obviously these two. Aaron is a great mirror of what Miles is supposed to be, someone who rises to the occasion and uses his talents for good. I think this example of a good person gone wrong pushes Miles further into becoming the hero he is at the end of the movie. So yeah, his motive isn't anything complicated, but it's important to the story and it advances everyone around him, even sparking change in Jefferson.
Hey. No. Hey. Hey.
Uncle Aaron this, Mr. Davis that. Can I call you Mr. Davis? Mr. Davis that. Let's talk about the actual Prowler for a bit, okay? It's a Prowler video. Can we talk about Prowler? Holy shit, this guy's fantastic. Where to start? The design is cool. That purple and black color scheme goes crazy. I love how so many characters in this movie are bright, except for, of course, Spider-Man Noir. But aside from that, the only other costume characters to have a color scheme like this are Prowler and Miles. Here's my take, here's my theory, okay? Miles uses the black in his suit to honor his uncle while keeping the red of classic Spider-Man to be what his uncle could have been. Doing good and being a hero in his uncle's main color while following through with the responsibilities his uncle never met. Maybe I'm reading into it too much. I know it's just the dude's color of his suit, but that's my take. I like it better than he chose black because it's cool. We only really get one scene with him outside of Prowler, but he's great. Really the kind of family member everyone wants outside of the murder assassin part. But it's important to show how much he cares about Miles and that deep down he's a good dude who happens to do bad things for a living. We all know that person. We all know that guy. Mahershala Ali is great as always. He makes Aaron a likable character one moment and intimidating the next. Let's talk about that. Prowler is somehow one of the most intimidating Spider-Man villains ever brought to screen, and he doesn't even have powers. Maybe it's the combo of Miles not knowing how to use his powers and Prowler's incredible theme, but man, every time he's on screen you can feel the tension like crazy. He's scary, cool, and underneath the mask, one of the film's most likable characters, someone we really feel connected with by the end.
I'll find them. You know me, sir. I don't ever quit.
I already touched on it earlier, but I love the scene in the beginning with Aaron. It further shows he's Miles' confidant, one of the only people he really feels like himself in front of. And the scene of them painting together is also great. It gives us an early look into Miles' feelings of expectations, and it's kind of funny, especially after Across the Spider-Verse, no spoilers, don't worry, that he ends up getting bit because of the situation his uncle puts him in. Almost as if the spider was always going to bite whoever was with Aaron, no matter the dimension. It really connects the two and highlights how important their relationship is across all universes, not just this one, all of them, across the universe. All the chase scenes are crazy, full of tension, and I actually really like how the reveal is done. At a time he feels like he has nobody, Miles goes to his uncle's apartment only to find out he's been the Prowler this whole time. What the heck, plot twist? It feels like a natural twist that I'm sure people who didn't read comics They didn't see it coming. That death scene too, oh man, it gets me. It's crazy, it's emotional, but also kind of touching, with Aaron's last words being some of the best things Miles can hear, even echoing later in the famous leap of faith scene. You're on your way, just keep going. Damn, it gets me every time. Even going into Across the Spider-Verse, you can tell these words had a strong impact on Miles. Great scene, and even though he exits the movie here, you can feel his presence throughout the rest of the film, and that's another sign of a great character. When he's gone, you can still feel it. Hell yeah, great scene. The Prowler is a perfect villain for Miles, with a connection to him that's as strong as any other character in the movie. He's a good guy who fell astray, and to that extent is a great mirror of what Miles could be. When you have these gifts and expectations, what you do with them is important. And I think it's the influence of that good side of Aaron and many others that helps Miles rise to the occasion at the end of the film. He's damn cool too, love the design. The theme is like, it's like just injecting drugs, but like the good, healthy kind of drugs, like medicine. I don't know where I'm going with this. And everything about him's great. I'm gonna give the Prowler an 8.5. Thank you so much for watching. I make a new villain review every single Monday, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss all of them. Here are some more. Bye.